Hello guys, DJ Aaron here. I haven't been live in a while on my YouTube channel, so I'm doing a live stream here. So let's see here, let's go to my YouTube channel here. And let's click on this. There we go. So, yeah, I haven't been live at all, at least for a while. This is the first live stream I've done in quite some time, so let's get started. Anyways, what this live stream is going to be about is pretty much the setup changes that I've actually done. And you hear a jet going overhead. Anyways, this is about the setup changes that I've done, and yeah, pretty much all setup changes. And I'm getting interrupted by the jets that are going by. It's one of the perks of living where I'm living here. Anyways, right here is my custom build, the Cooler Master Asus build. Graphics card is also Asus, which is AMD chipset. Pretty much have pretty good APU in this thing, which is also NVIDIA. 2 hard drive bays, which one of them is used for storage for videos, and the other one is just the OS drive. Moving on, we have the Behringer Xenix 1002B, which is a mixer that's been in my setup for, oh gosh, 2016. And it's a pretty good mixer. I labeled everything, so there's all the labeling of the channels. I wanted to label them because, I got tired of, oh, what's this fader? What's that fader? I just got tired of finding out what fader it is. So, if you look on there, you'll notice that I have a channel called IDJ3. Well, here's another part of the changes that I've made. Here is my DJ controller that I've had since 2011. Yes, I started using this controller again. So what we're going to do is we're going to open this. It's going to take a minute because it's got to initialize the controller. Right up there it says 24 days left of the trial of this software, because I have it on Pro software right now. Pro, should I say, trial for use of the controller. So what I can do is I can take a song, load it into the deck. Once it's loaded, I could play it. I could play it, then I could put another one in. So since I got 24 days left, I can play it. There you go. I can pause it. I can cue it. It kind of helps out the show a little bit because, I'm using something that's actual hardware instead of clicking the mouse all the time. So I'm actually using hardware stuff for this, which is nice because it's great. Now what I can do is I can go back. All I'm doing is moving the jog wheel forward and backwards, much like you would do with turntable platters. So that is cool, and then I can go ahead and cue it. Same thing with this one. I could go up. I could go backwards. Find that cue. I'm going to set a cue point right about here. There we go. So apparently when I'm playing the songs, I could go, okay, deck A, and then deck A will start playing, and that's pretty much how it goes. Getting rudely interrupted by the jet airplanes, or the fighter jets, or whatever you call them. So there you go. Now, when you want the song to end, I'm going to have to use the mouse for this. Oh, hey, Tim. So, if you want to simulate the track end on this, so what I'm going to do is, if I'm doing a show, wait till this ends, and then, there you go. And then when that one stops, which it will, you see how it flashes now? Alright, so that's the iDJ3 in a nutshell. It's pretty much just a hardware controller. It connects through USB, and I'll show you guys exactly where I have it connected, and when this finishes, which it will, because once it fades down, and the only way I can give a really good level is the software. This has no leveling whatsoever. So if here, let's go around back. So if we look around back, you see a USB back there. And this USB right here is the controller's USB. So we do need that, because the controller needs that. So when we close this out, it kills all power to the USB port, or not the USB port, but it kills all power to the hardware controller. And if I want to use it again, all I have to do is just open it back up. Virtual DJ is going to pop open a notification, says I have 24 days left on the license, which, if you could see right in the notifications there you go. It keeps track of how many days that I have for the Pro license. Now, I can renew that license, that trial license, within a certain number of days. So if I don't renew it right away, I can renew it later on, and then I can use the 30-day trial again. So, which is nice, because I can do that. Now the controller's shut off, and we're good to go. Right over here we have the turntable, which is a Audio-Technica. It is a ATO P120 USB. I got a different cartridge on it. Pretty much the stock cartridge that comes with it, which is a AT95E. This one skips a lot, so I switched out cartridges, and I have a Newmark Groove Tool on there, which is a pretty good budget cartridge. It only costs about $20 US, and if you're in for a budget for a type of cartridge like this, I would highly recommend a budget cartridge like this, because it is superb for this type of turntable, and it actually works pretty well too. So I use that in conjunction with this turntable, and I think it's a pretty good match. 45 adapter for playing 45s on the show. which I do play once in a while. And yeah, I'll take a 45 out and put it on the turntable. So on a normal show, I would play different vinyl albums. I'll play, uh, whatever comes to mind, or if a person requests it. Let's just say if someone requests like Journey or something, uh, you know, pretty cool, I would have to say. Um, the way I cue this up, now some people might think, oh, you're doing it wrong. The way I cue this up, now I'm gonna get this kind of centered. I'm gonna need a little bit more light here because, oh yes, I'm turning on the studio lighting. Anyways, how I cue this up is I'm going to start the turntable. First, we must be on 45. I'm going to make sure it's centered enough to where the needle drops. So as you can tell, the needle is dropping. Since I don't have headphones, how do I cue this? Well, very carefully. Alright, there's a reverse function back here, which is going to allow me to cue it up to a point, and then we're going to go back in the forward direction, and then once the album or 45 is cued, then I press start. There you go. And that's how that works. Now for darker areas, like for when I do the show in the dark, let's just say I have the top light on, which is this light over here, the switch. All I have to do is turn that on, and there you go. You got a disco light. To turn the switch off, all I have to do is that. And then we come back over here. There you go. That's pretty much the studio in a nutshell. So that's how it is in a nutshell. And then my desk is all cluttered as usual. Got a CD changer over here, which I might switch up and then put under this turntable, because why not? We're gonna have to use a backup eventually, because the software does act naughty once in a while. And then right up here we got the computer monitor, is where I do all my stuff related to the chat, whatnot. And right up here you see CamUp. And yes, I do use CamUp on a weekly basis. BG Radio Network, my show, pretty much weekly. So if we go right here, you can see the actual description. I don't know how well you can see that. Nice thing about live streams is you can pause it. So there you go. The one thing I like about CamUp is it's no iVlog, let me tell you. It's pretty decent. It shows last online, member since June of 2015. Or not 2015, June of 2017. Okay. Scrap that. No, can't scrap that because it's live. 2017 profile views. It would be nice if this site was around in 2015. But anyways, most viewed, or most viewers, 10. I hit 11, like, I think on Friday's show, but it hadn't materialized down here, so it's still reading 10 most viewers 10 for some reason. Comment section, which is Facebook only. Got the gallery, playground, friends and subscribers. You got the public chat down there, which I can pull out the public chat, and there you go. Pretty similar to like what the Facebook chat was before, like Facebook glorified it to crap. But pretty basic chat. So that's the chat. We have the video player, the chat, which I use on a daily basis. Whenever I'm tuning into shows or doing my own. So to clear the chat, I do that. And then close window. The cams, which are not used because apparently I have to have Pro to use the cameras, which hardly anybody uses the cameras anyways. Speaking of CamUp chat, there you go. There's how active it is. So you can kind of see how active it is on any given day. So, you know, I come in to CamUp once in a while because there are shows that I like to watch. Besides doing my own show, I like to watch certain shows too, like Super CFL. It all depends on who is on at any given point in time. You could share the social media like Twitter, Facebook. You know, I highlight, copy and paste my link rather than share it because I don't like to share it with the auto links very much because, you know, while it does work to a degree, it can break to a certain degree. So that's why I don't use it very often. I just pretty much just highlight my link and then post it, and then, you know, there you go. So other than that, the software that I use, pretty much I've showed you Virtual DJ. The software that I do use for casting and streaming on a show-to-show basis, I use OBS Studio. I also use let's see here. I also use OBS Classic, which I'm going down here in the Start menu to fire up as well. There's a 64-bit version and a 32-bit version. Let's do 64. So I use this version of OBS. Give it a minute because it's old software and it's got to fire up. I do believe it's going to crash. Nope, it's going to stay up. So I do use this for the chroma key shows, which for Halloween there is a chroma key show coming up, which I don't use. See, the reason why I have two versions of OBS on my computer is one does chroma key better than the other. So if I use this for like blue screen effects, this has a better palette for blue screen than this one. So, you know, take your pick. I'll use this one for normal shows, and then I'll use this one for the chroma key shows, which are special shows anyways. I'll go ahead and use that. So they both work the same, and just one has a faster scene transition than this one. This one I like the best because I can change scenes. Now I can put my camera down here, and then you can see that I'm doing a live stream as of right now. I have this set to the line in, so I can use it with whatever I want to use it with. Like, I don't know, if I want to use the line in, I can use the line in. If I want to use the USB microphone for like YouTube live streams, I could change the inputs rather quickly. And then we have stereo mix, which will change it to everything You could get the mixer's audio, you could get the microphone, you could get that microphone, you could get this, that, and the other thing. It's just, all out pretty cool what I can do with this as far as the show goes. So the show has advanced. A long time ago, I used a bit of software called Flash Media Live Encoder, which I do have still on the computer, which I will show. Come on, close. There you go. I do have it on the computer, which I do use periodically if something goes wrong and I can't do anything else. Where is it? Let's go Adobe. Got Flash Media Live Encoder. We can launch that, and it launches just like any other bit of software. There you go. I'm not going to show my stream key because I don't want anybody using it. There's everything that you need to know about Flash Encoder. It has current, it has duration, bitrate, frames per second drops frames per second for the output, duration, bitrate for the average. It has your activity log for the live stream, so if there's something that is going on and if you have an issue, the activity log will monitor it and log it. What happens if you need to monitor your log elsewhere? Well, I can go into documents. No, not in the documents. That's the thing about doing these live streams. I can go into videos. It will create an FMS session or FMLE session. You go ahead and click on it. It takes you to Notepad. It will give you kind of a diagnostics check of what you have connected. So there you go. The same diagnostic check is in this as well. It says video input device Logitech HD webcam C615, and then we have the line in for Realtek audio. So it keeps track of everything that is going on with the stream, and it also keeps track of what devices are connected to your computer, whether it's a USB microphone, web camera, which I got set up right here, any audio device that is connected to it, it keeps track of. So we could go over here, which we have the video goodies section. We have the web camera. We have it set to VP6, which is flash only. If you want HTML5, you could go to this setting, which is H.264. It will take a minute. You could change the frame rate, which is set to 15, 640 by 480, 350 bit rates, etc. We have the MP3 section. We just only have MP3. We have stereo. We have mono. We can do 44 100 hertz. Bitrate 192. Volume slider. So if we full screen this, it will show you the start and stop buttons. Stream info panel, which I will not show because it has my stream key and whatnot set up to it. So I will not show that. So pretty much it is the same like any other software. You just have to learn how to work with it and whatnot. So that's that software. What I use for archiving shows is just regular old Audacity with the MP3 lame codec. I can... Where's my mouse pointer? There it is. I can record anything that I want. I do record the shows, so if I click record now, it's going to record nothing. So if I take a song, which I'm going to open Virtual DJ, we're going to put that in there. I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of how I do this. Bring up the fader. I want to make sure it's zeroed out. And then I'm going to play it. And that is how I record the show. You can see that it is recording. And this is all going through the line in, by the way. This is not going through any USB. I could drop down the fader and I can show you guys that this is actually being done by the line in. There you go. Bring the fader back up. There we go. So that is the show in a nutshell, pretty much. The show setup in a nutshell. Pretty basic. Nothing too interesting about it. Just, you know, just what I do on a normal basis. Here's the new snip and sketch thing. So how do we do this? So yeah, we could do new snip now. I could do a snip of this. Let's do full screen snip. There we go. We can go ahead and save it. Save as. Let's just go ahead and save, and then there we go. Alright, so that's that. And yeah, I don't want to save changes to this. So that's pretty much that. So, like I said, on a normal show-to-show basis, that's pretty much how that works. You know, I have a Microsoft keyboard, which the enter key is... Oh, I pressed the enter key. I could share this on the fly. Let's try that again. Enter key. Awesome. So I could do the chat. Go LOL. And then there you go. There's that. Also, the show does have a Facebook group page. So if you're wondering how you can contact the show and how you can interact with the show, there's the group page. Everything is, you know, posted. Also that. And if we go to pages, I have to go to home on Facebook here. So if we go to pages, you can also interact with the show. Oops, that's the backup page. I don't want to use the backup page. You can go to the DJ Show's Facebook page. There we go. So if you want to interact with the show, leave a message. Let's see here. How do you leave a message? Well, normally for the normal user, it will say message right up here. But for me, since I'm the original owner of the page, it don't show up for me. So basically, to interact, you just click message, and then you can interact with the show and whatnot. So it does take a long time for pages to load for some reason, but there you go. You can interact with the show here, and then pretty much that's how you do that. So anyways, I guess that's going to be it for this live stream. Hopefully I'll do one of these again. And yeah. So anyways, that is it for this video, or live stream video. There's my Behringer sticker right by the mixing board. So anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Practice and enjoy, and we'll see you guys later. And if you would like to like the Facebook page for DJ Aaron Radio, I will leave it in the link below just to let you guys know. I will be doing that. So anyways, that is it, and we'll see you in the next one.